Hello guys, and welcome to episode 10 of our Teamspeak tutorial series. So as you can see, I had a little break between the videos. It's about like 8 days, and the reason is simple. I just didn't find the time that I needed to record this video, as this video should be one of the longer ones, and I really want to put my effort into it. So now that we finally have time, what we're gonna do in this video? Well, again, it's gonna be actually really simple if you follow this video or if you know something about TeamSpeak, and mostly if you remember something from my previous videos, it's not gonna be that hard for you. So what we're gonna do today is that we're gonna try to set up a kind of a clan ranks or just ranking system. I am going to be using military ranks because that's like something that most of you will understand. So we're going to open up our server groups, and first thing we want to do is that we want to make the like the clan or the faction, whatever you want to call it. So we're just going to copy one of our sorters here. We're going to name it branch for the sake of it, because it's actually going to represent one of our two branches. Those two branches are basically the Army and the Marine Corps. Those are the two branches I'm going to use for today's video. So we can first check that our guest is a sort ID of 100 and our sticky is sort ID. They actually don't have a sort ID, but the moderation tools are 10. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna set the sort ID to something like 90. That's gonna be sufficient. Yeah. So there we are, and we're going to create our two branches. So now we're going to create a whole new group. We're gonna name it USMC. And so what we want to do? Well, first of all, of course, we want to give it a sort number. So our branch is 90, so USMC is going to be 91. We're going to give it an icon. I downloaded a few icons here. So here we have our USMC. And now, how we want to set up this branch. So what I like to do when I'm doing stuff like this is that I want to give all of the people in the branch the ability to join channels. So if we're going to go to channel, we'll give them join permanent, semi-permanent, temporary channels, and we want to give them channel join power, subscribe power, and description view power as always. And we want to do it, set it to like 50. So that is set for our branch. This is going to be the same for the army, by the way. And the next thing we want to do is that we want to make sure that the needed member add power and remove power is going to be the same as adding our privates into the branch. So we're going to set it to something like 10, let's say. Let's do 10. Actually, I see I just messed up. Always make sure that you're setting up needed group member add power. So this is going to be 10. So it's 10 and 10. Well, that is set for us. Now, what we want to do is that we want to make sure that not everyone can kick people in our branch. So we're going to take a look at kicking, and we're going to set the needed client kick from server and from channel power, and we're going to set it to, let's say, like 50, and kick from channel is going to be less, it's going to be like 30. So just something like this. Again, this depends on how you want your server to be set up, as always. What we want to do next? Well, we want to take a look into the client basics over here, and we want to make sure that they can actually private message people. So in my opinion, everyone should be able to message everyone on your TeamSpeak. If you don't have like a really big community, then everyone should be able to message everyone. And also make sure that you give them the ability to send messages to channel. So these two things. Very simple. And last thing we want to do is that we want to make sure that they can subscribe to all the channels. We want to make sure that they can modify their own description. And lastly, we want to make sure that they can upload their own avatar. So that's it. Now, if we look at it, we've basically set up uh, our basic server group that is going to be given to everyone. Now, this is really just if you want it, but what I like to do when we have like branches or clans, show group name in tree and set it to before. So everyone who's gonna have this is going to see that we are in the USMC. We are a part of the United States Marine Corps. And then when we will start creating our ranks, they'll actually see that, for example, we are a second lieutenant in the USMC. Now, since we've set up our branch, let me just double check that we have everything that we should have, and it looks like it. So what we want to do next is we want to copy the USMC and we want to make it the US Army. So we're going to change the icon, of course, for the army. We're going to change the sword ID to 92. And yeah, now we have USMC and US Army. So if I'll just switch this, you can see that right now I am in the US Army. So these are the permissions that you want to have on your branch. Now we'll get into the more tricky part. These are going to be the ranks. Actually, right now when I'm thinking about it, I think I'll split this into 2 videos. So this is going to be the end of this video, because in the next video what I'm going to do is that I'm going to be creating the ranking system. So I'll name this how to create a branch or a clan, and the next video is going to be how to create the ranks. So that is going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe so that you don't miss any new ones. If you'd like to support me, there is a link to my Patreon in the description. And as always, have a good day.